So if you was here through all that, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point. Listen, I am him. I'm here to talk to you about no jumper out of 22, organized crime and sex trafficking, RICO. Question mark. Question mark. Why the question mark? Because we don't know. We don't know. Listen, it's a lot of things. If you ask me, as a content creator in YouTube, especially a true crime content creator in YouTube, I like to pay attention to all the content creators. You know, I have watched the whole development and transition of No Jumper and Adam22. Big shout out to the 22ster. He hit different. Big shout out to the 100 show, all that. Big shout out to Tough Stino. Big shout out to the guy of the Clouded Team Max 5000. It hit different. Big shout out to Stino. Stino, I did text you, Stino. I texted. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to bother people. You know, especially bigger content creator. Listen, Stino show love and support every time I go to the chat. Every time I go to the chat, we just take over. We have fun. You know what I'm saying? The whole chat is going over there at the Republic. Big shout out to Tough Stino and the Republic. It hit different. Stino, I did text you, bro. No, listen, I'm not trying to battle the guy because I know he said, you know, he was about to do some editing and some stuff. And I'm not trying to battle my guy. But y'all know Jrod on point. That's my guy. It different. Listen, man. I'm gonna bother him real quick though. It's cool. I'll bother him real quick. Let me see if we get Stino on the phone line. Let me see to start the show. Just to start the show. We got today. We got today's topic. We're gonna be talking about what's going down in yesterday's video from the Adam and Wax show. And some way, somehow, they had lunch one on the table. And you see, you could tell Adam and What wasn't some bullshit though. So, but we're gonna talk about that. We listen, take it easy. If you're here for a good time. We're gonna talk about it. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Amy Conway advise you and suggest you to please hit the like button, man. Put a little DNA on that like button. We promise you that we will not use IGG techniques against you. Wink, wink. Hold on, man. Hold on. I gotta do it. I know he's late. I know he's late. I know he's late. Big shout out to Stino. Let me see if we could get Stino. You got to be editing videos and stuff. Yo, big shout out to Stino. I know he's late, but you know what I'm saying. For guys like us, we content creators, man. We, 9 times out of 10, we awake 24/7. You know what I'm saying. But big shout out to Stino and the Republic. Try to get the guy on the phone line to get his impression on what's going on with the no jumper content. Big shout out to Stino and the Republic. But we here. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Today, for those that are new to the channel, right? Because the no jumper topic brings a lot of new, not not no, not just new subscriptions, but also it brings a whole new line of people that is like they consume the no jumper content and we're not familiar with my channel or with Jrod on Point the brand. So why Jrod on Point want to talk, small channel, small true crime channel? Why Jrod on Point want to talk about, why the Puerto Rican Jrod on Point want to talk about West Coast no jumper content? I'ma tell you. Because first and foremost, I'm a Latin hip hopper. First and foremost, I'm a Latin bilingual hip hopper. I'm an artist. I rap. I produce. I have done music. Y'all could hear the music that I have produced on my live streams. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Yeah. That's why, you know what I'm saying, as a small channel, when you're gonna go live, you gotta have a long intro. You gotta have a long intro. You gotta let the people they actually subscribe on your channel, pour in if they wanna pour in, and you know what I'm saying, give them the opportunity to pop up. Even though if you're not talking about the topics that they regularly are used to me talking about, which is the Idaho full brand Kohberger case and the Kiely Rodni case, you know what I mean? And some of them people that are subscribed to this channel because the true crime content, just so you know, this no jumper content that we bring into the table is also true crime, but it's celebrity true crime. So hopefully y'all down for the same type of bullshit that I'm on and enjoy the content that I'm on. But the reason that we're talking about the no jumper is because I have watched develop, I have watched the very beginnings of no jumper, of what Adam22 and no jumper was all about back then in the days, and what no jumper has become up to this day today. The whole transition of all. Good hoes, bad hoes, good stories, bad stories. The transition from BMX content, bicycle skating, skates content, rock and roll, punk rock, a little bit of hip hop. But in the beginning, it was all BMX skates and other stuff, all that other stuff, like rock and roll type of punk rock type of content, right? So then after that, he transitioned to listen to people's music from SoundCloud. Of course, it's an easy, cheap way to bring content to the table while you know what I'm saying, utilizing SoundCloud content that 9 times out of 10 it doesn't have no copyright tag to it, so you could play it in YouTube. It's not gonna be copyrighted by no one, and as you playing content from other artists and stuff like that that are up and comers, you end up, meeting XX Tentacion and many other artists, because if you realize the artists that he was more paying attention to, it was those alternative alternative hip hop, which he was XX Tentacion with the rage hip hop and stuff like that. That is like want to have the rock and roll essence with the hip hop and the dark, the emo, the punk rock, hip hop, stuff like that. Depression, pills, drugs, and yeah, Lil Peep, Lil Peep, rest in peace, Lil Peep. Um, Lil Pump, Lil Pump, He went on tour way back in the days with Lil Pump. Lil Pump was a minor. And that's when the story of Adam the 22 started, about him messing around with minors and stuff like that came all about. But again, nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's all commentary, but it's not like, no one has like a video of the 22 star, like, having some kind of, you know what I'm saying, extracurricular contact with minors and stuff like that. But it was like weird to see Adam22 hanging out with around a whole bunch of minors when he's a grown folk. You know what I'm saying? So it was already stories about the 22s there in the past before this, before Lil Pump and all this other stuff about him messing around with minors or whatnot. But it's all alleged situations. It's all stuff that really have not never gotten to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't pay attention too much at that. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it look bad, but again, like it's no physical proof or video picture of the 22s to doing something with a minor, right? All that he said, she said, we put it to the side. You know what I'm saying? We not about that right now. Big shout out to the 22s and whatever he got going on. You know what I'm saying? What 100 and all that. You know what I mean? We just want to talk about not just the transition, but during the transition of the SoundCloud era, looking for new artists and stuff like that. It seems that he wanna like have some kind of managing status with those artists that he was bringing up. I don't know what things never went nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying? He ended up, just on his line of work and whatnot. But then from that transition of things, he was trying to get on the hip hop environment. Like he tried to get into the conversation with the celebrities in hip hop and whatnot. Like he really, like legendary figures, like legendary hip hop figures, like that we could say, big names and stuff like that. Like they have not go through, like Ice Cube. I have not seen a Snoop Dogg in No Jumper. I have not seen, you know what I'm saying, like Dr. Dre, like only Wack 100. You know what I mean? But Wack 100 is like behind the scene type of guy. You know what I mean? So he's not really like having Wack 100 in No Jumper. You having like a major celebrity like that, because yeah, he's a multi-billionaire, a multi-millionaire, right? And he got his business on point and all that. But far as artists, far as celebrities like JC, Nas, big people like that, I have never seen them in No Jumper. So I always see like the mid class drill rappers. Only a good 1 to 2% of drill rappers. It don't matter from where you from, but it's only a 1 or 2% of those drill rappers that are actually lyrical. That they got actually a flow that you could tell they not just from the street or whatnot. But also that's the same 1% that even though they make it, 9 times out of 10 they getting locked up for life or something. Is some case or something that happened, and they always put themselves out of position. And it seems like in No Jumper, artists that are mid class, because we cannot say, man, listen, let's keep it 100. We cannot say that these drill rappers are top notch or are like people that like making bankroll and stuff like that. Because the only one that we could talk about like that, they're making bankroll and stuff like that, is Chief Keef and Lil Durk. That's the only two that we could say. And back when he was alive, rest in peace, Duck, FBG Duck, and Vaughn. That's about it. And let's say Cash before he died. Rest in peace, FBG Cash. But if you're gonna see, it's really no one from Chicago that is a top dog that on the drill scene that actually making money like that, and you see that everyone that is making money like that is in some bullshit, on some legal bullshit going on. The only one that is out of everything and is not even putting music out like that to make money like that is Chief Keef. From that era, Chief Keef is the only one that at this day today is out of any type of BS on the legal side of things and stuff like that, but he's not putting music out that we could say like, yeah, Chief Keef is putting hot tracks, like hot drill music and stuff like that, because Chief Keef is not Chief Keef no more. And we could hear it like every time he put, like, I'm subscribed to Chief Keef in YouTube. I'm subscribed. I'm in tune with what's out there, what they putting out. And what he's being putting out right now out there is garbage. You know what I mean? It's not even making numbers in YouTube and stuff like that. So No Jumper end up getting all these. Wonder why Amy Conway say, wonder why RICO not put music out. But you see what happened, Amy? Those drill rappers gotta hit when the steel is hot. They gotta strike when the steel is hot. They gotta strike. He moved on. Chief Keef moved on away from everything that he has to do with war on the street, beef, bullshit, clack back, spin the block, all that. He left Chicago to look for a better living, right? So when you leave Chicago to get a better living on LA, right? You could bring your homeboys with you, but you are not in what you was on back then in Chicago. Big shout out to Jane. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Big shout out to Jane from the UK. Thank you for being here, sister. We appreciate you. Thank you for catching up the live stream. So you could get out the hood, right? When you get out the hood, you could take some of your homeboys or family members with you. But as soon as you get out and you people get out, you're not no more on the beat. You're not no more sliding. You're not no more in the block. You're not no more slanging. You're not no longer doing those things that give you the content, the material, and the energy to rap certain way, to rap about certain things, to talk about the things that you talk about because you are living it. Soon as Chief Keef left Chicago, he was no longer Chief Keef. It was like a whole other version of Chief Keef that people needed to learn, and people was not willing to learn the new Chief Keef. They didn't care, because if they didn't get the Chief Keef, the old block Chief Keef, they don't want to hear about Chief Keef. And this is on my soul. Is a bottom line. Big shout outs and respect to Chief Keef and Tato and everybody. All right. But the reality is that when Chief Keef left, it was over. It was over. He didn't put no material out that it could have got like the vibe of the street. And especially, you know, all that conversation about having beef with old block and OTF and all this other shit. It killed the whole Chief Keef. Old block was dead when he left, and he started beefing with his boys and all that. So the thing is, right, the No Jumper started looking into the Chicago beef, the Chicago killing, and they started bringing artists from Chicago that were actually about that shit and rapping, even though if they didn't rap any good, No Jumper was still bringing them to the table just because the clout that they got in the street, and they really didn't want to talk about whatever they had going on in music. No Jumper and Adam22 wanted to talk about the bullshit that they had going on in the beef in the streets. And everybody on the street knows it don't matter wherever you talk about the beef, you are talking, amplifying, instigating, aiming at keep this shit going. Every time you talk about beef, it don't matter what's the platform, it don't matter what's the manner, it don't matter how you talk about it. You talking about the beef. When that shit happened, it's up and stuck already, and people keep talking about beef. It's only gonna make it worse. Because in the street, I don't know from where people come from, but I come from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised on the island of death. I know the West Coast ninjas and the East Coast ninjas, y'all believe that y'all some tough motherfuckers. And there's some tough motherfuckers out there. But if we're going to talk 100% to the 100%, y'all all know when we're Puerto Ricans hit the streets, everybody clears the fuck out. And that's on God. Everybody knows that. When the Ricans come out, everybody goes inside the house. And that's bottom line. I leave that shit in Puerto Rico. I leave that shit here in the United States, all the way I-95 north to south. And I'm all the way here in the Midwest. I know how it goes. I know the streets. The streets still talk to me. Even though I'm done with the streets. But I pay my dues. I keep my ear on. Yo, what up? Sometimes you have to, you got to delegate. Even though you done with the streets. But sometimes you got to delegate. Sometimes you got to be the man with the better mentality to like, yo, OG, what can I do? Well, listen, I'm not advising you nothing, but if I were you, this is how I would handle it. That's all I could say. I cannot advise you. I cannot tell you what to do. But I could tell you that if I were you, this is what I would have done. That's in the status that I'm on these days today. I'm about to be 50. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I want to see my kids grow, and I'm trying to teach my kids the best things that I could and try to like keep them away from the streets. Because the streets, it ain't about nothing, though. The streets are not a myth, because the streets are very real. Are so real that you can feel the heat when you come out your house. So why play with the streets? Why go to No Jumper? Why No Jumper? Why No Jumper? He's gonna start picking up all these shooters from the street that say they rap, or at least they want a rap career, but they're not doing nothing out there but shooting the fuck out everything on site. ABK, right? Everybody could get it, right? So this is the same Jungins, the same YNs, the Adam22 and WAP 100 are bringing to No Jumper. A whole bunch of bonehead wannabe shooters have never shot a BB gun on their life, right? But a whole bunch of boneheads, fiends, they're still on the block. They just because they have a title or they are the boss of that clique. But they ain't doing not a fucking thing good with their life. They have nothing but beef and drama with other people. So when the No Jumper bring active gang members, when No Jumper pay active gang members to come and put content in No Jumper, right? With the money that you paying an active gang member, what you think that they're gonna do with that money that you give him, Adam? Or you what? And big shout out to both of y'all. This is just positive criticism. We don't have nothing against No Jumper, nothing against Adam22, nothing against what, because we don't know these people. We only know what we could see with our own eyes, what we could see, what we could hear through the content. We could only talk about what we have seen for the past years through the content. We could take our own conclusions of your performance and what you try to, how you trying to make yourself look like in front of other grown men around the world here in the United States. They are actually are plugged in with the streets and shit. Because again, if you think you are plugged in with the street, let me tell you a little something. I might know a lot of people that might be way more connected than the whole West Coast together. Because you see, when people try to act about yo the West Coast and the East Coast and da 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 da, okay, but you are West Coast and East Coast ninjas. What about those ninjas that are international? That they're not around the block. Those people that you need to talk to. The people that we always shout out. Listen, big shout out to the people on the yacht. Big shout out to the people on the yacht. This is the people you need to talk to. What the fuck you got to talk to any gang member on the West Coast? Or talk to any gang member on the East Coast for what? What what you think you're gonna get out of that? For example, Adam22 and WAC 100. What y'all get out of bringing shooters wannabe, dope boys wannabe, gang members, gang bangers wannabe, people that they don't have no type of look towards the future. They thinking about today and tomorrow, but they thinking about today because they broke. You get that? Kim Peel broke. If he wasn't broke, why you gonna push up on Adam, even though if Adam piss you off and all this other shit? Why you gonna push up on him? You were supposed to bring that energy to Anjefe like that, though. You know? But little shit like that. Why are you gonna bring a Kim Peel to your show and allegedly you promise him some kind of pay at the spot? And after the show, because whatever reason, whatever Adam could come up with, now Adam is dicking and dodging Kim Peel. Like, yeah, give Josh and that, he give you the money, he send you the money in a little bit. But Kim Peel is so broke that he need money to put gas in the car that brought him there. Because the dudes that brought him there, they broke too. You see how shit go? We don't even have to be there. We don't even have to be there to know what the fuck was going on between Adam and Kim Peel. We didn't have to be there to know what was going on. Kim Peel was broke. The people that was with Kim Peel were broke too. He needed gas money. He probably was hungry. He felt that Adam was on some bullshit that day anyway, and he just tried to look for an excuse to put Adam under pressure or whatnot, which he's still looking stupid. It don't matter how good he think he looked doing that to Adam, but he's the one end up looking stupid because he's the one begging for money while Adam got money in the bank. Shorty, what you drink? Little shit like that. But then Adam and Wack had to understand that when you for content for the Cloudy Team Max 5K, right? When you for content, then put the business in predicament. Because Wack, you said, right? Oh, I'm here to protect the bag. I protect the bag at all costs. Because Wack 100 recognized that No Jumper is like the biggest platform in the West, and that's all they got. Facts. That's all they got. But then if that's all they got, that's all you have, and you really want to protect the bags, why won't you kick every fucking bump out of No Jumper, starting with Lush 1? A Custy, a Fiend, someone that doesn't even take the right decisions for the business when Adam is not around, and even when Adam is not there, he's still not taking the proper decisions that he has to take as the second in charge, second or third, whatever the fuck it is. Why a Fiend? Why Adam22 allowed drugs to be consumed on a place of business? Y'all said that y'all want to protect the bag, but how the fuck y'all protecting the bag when you having a whole bunch of fiends, bums, people from the block that don't have no fucking idea what the fuck they doing? Yeah. Lush One need to get the fuck out of there. They talking about, oh, Jrod, why you gonna wish someone losing their job? Lush One got his own channel. He got his own subscribers. It might be a little harder for him, but he got his own show. But then when you have Lush One taking bad decision, bringing a whole bunch of gang members and stuff to No Jumper, and then some bullshit come out of that, if someone would have got shot, would have got killed, that was on No Jumper and Adam22. Because they are the ones that have Lush hired. Lush One, who the fuck is him? Come on, man. Just because he's like on the rap battling and stuff like that. Stop. Stop. Lush One is not even a legend in hip hop. What are you talking about? Daylight will smoke Lush. Gotti, smoke Lush. Disaster, smoke Lush. You want me to keep mentioning names? Because it's a whole bunch of artists from the West. Not just in the rap battling scene, but on hip hop, that they'll smoke Lush. And they'll smoke Lush when Lush was Lush. Lush was always all overhyped because his connections. Here's the problem that y'all people have. When people from the suburbs, when people come with money to the block, come with money, drugs, connections, influence, because the connections that they got from the suburbs, right? This shit been happening everywhere. And in the East Coast and the West Coast, in Puerto Rico. How many ninjas from the suburbs come with the money and the connections to the block and end up being taking over the block? Why? Because the block don't got money. Because the block is hurting. The block might have 1 or 2 guns, but you're not going to pop on this dude. They got connections, money, influence. Hey, he put the bag. A lot of people could be missing. So people not going to play with people like Lush and stuff like that. So 9 times out of 10, like people like Lush end up being like in the middle of things, but they really not nobody. Cause us, like a person like me, will look at Lush One like, bro, you need to go to rehab or something, bro. You need to slow down with the drugs and shit like that. Like, you're a bum, bro. Like, it don't matter how much money you have in your bank account. When you on that drug shit, that you can't even think right and all that other stupid shit, bro. You lose whatever stripes, whatever rank you had on the streets, whatever legendary status you have. All that shit go out the fucking door. I don't know who the fuck you talking to, but when you're a fucking fiend and you're a fucking bum, you cannot be locked. If you was a legend way back in the day, if you was like that then homeboy in high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? When we have those cases, the people that were legendary figures for whatever reason back in the days and shit, then now instead of you going up in life, now you're going down. Is no excuse for Lush One and no one in No Jumper to be drugged the fuck up and be like bumps and shit. Is no reason for Adam22 to allow the use of drugs and carrying and felons carrying weapons inside of the No Jumper building. Just think about that for a second. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. When you enable and allow people to utilize any type of drugs in your business, perks, Xanax, lean, whatever the fuck you could talk about. And then you also, in a No Jumper building, you allow felons to carry weapons. What type of business is Adam22 and What 100 running in No Jumper? Do Adam22 and What 100 think that they are exempt of anything that it might go down in No Jumper? Do they think they are exempt of consequences against them? And I repeat, how come the What 100 would say that he's there to protect the back, and how come that the back is not protected? Because you have a whole bunch of bums and a whole bunch of nobodies, gang members, active gang members that are nobodies. Nobodies. Oh, you could be someone in your block. I don't fucking know you, dog. I don't know who the fuck you is, and I don't owe you no fucking respect because I don't fucking know you. You get offended, that's on you. This is not personal. This is content. If you want to take it there, is listen, only space and opportunity, Papa. That's all what it is. Space and opportunity. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jane. The top guys that are the top guys in No Jumper, including Adam22, are fucking druggies. Y'all seen that video, Adam22 sipping lean and shit like that. And he said that he popped his perks. Like, we only know what he's saying. So we could only talk for what he say and for what we see. Because again, we don't know the dude from a hole in the wall. But we have seen the trajectory of him and No Jumper and the stages that they have gone through in life to be where they are today. But everyone that he has employed in No Jumper are junkies that he could literally use for dirt cheap. Because this is all what it is. He called himself I'm broke. So like that, now he could play with him and be like, listen, I'm not making enough money. And I'm not going to show you my analytics. Because that's my problem. But what I could tell you is that I cannot pay you as much as what I used to pay before. Today's price is not just today's price. Because if I was paying you high price yesterday, today you might not get nothing. Because that's what he sees, the type of business that like he running like a chop. His only problems and continue. You're right, Amy. It's getting worse because instead of them recognize, okay, Adam22 and Walk 100 with the connections that they have, they could be doing some other amazing shit. Adam22 and Walk 100 with the connections that they have, they could be doing some amazing shit, but you have to spend money for that. Because yes, you have the connections, but yes, you don't want to spend the money to have quality content. You think that you have quality content, bringing a whole bunch of dumbasses from the block, that anything that they say is going to have consequences as soon as they get back to the block. Consequences to the point that if they say something stupid and no jumper, they might lose their life the same day right after they come out of no jumper. If Adam22 and Walk 100 are waiting for that, it is just waiting to have a live event, a live event, a live no jumper show, right? And what y'all waiting on is y'all gonna keep instigating shit on the West Coast to the point that it's gonna be that one ninja with couple of ninjas that if anyone in that show say the wrong thing, by the time they come out right out in your parking lot, they are going to get smoked. And I'm telling you, because I see it happen, because the way that y'all been doing for a long time. For a long time, y'all have live shows. Don't forget that, you idiots. Y'all have live shows. You know what that means? Okay, for those live shows, you better have LAPD park outside. You get that? Because the lifestyle, the content that you putting out, the people, the gang members, and the idiots that y'all bring to use them as slaves for the content. Slaves, idiots, dumbasses that don't have their life right. They're not living for nothing. And you know that. And you only want to bring them to no jumper so they could come and crash out, say some stupid shit, and then they're going to get smoked right in your property. That's what you're waiting on, Adam. That's what you're waiting on. You're waiting for a body to drop, for you call it a quits and go back to New Hampshire. Because you know you only doing all this fuckery on the West Coast because it doesn't affect where you really live and where your mom and dad is, bro. That's the only reason why you're doing this, Adam. Because you could just leave the West Coast and go back home to mom and dad, to the other mansion over there in New Hampshire, and whatever the fuck happened on the West Coast is gonna be forgotten because he's no fucking dumb motherfucker from the West Coast with money enough to go and fuck with you in New Hampshire. All the way at the other side up north of United States East Coast. That's from where you from, Adam. From the fuck up north East Coast of the United States of America, almost in Canada. You are up in New Hampshire. You are literally in Canada. That's where you from, bro. And you in the East, you on the West Coast. That's why you're not even on the East Coast. Yeah, he a rich kid from the Masons too. You don't even mess around in the East Coast like that, bro. Because he's too close home. Ain't it? Ain't it? And I know I have you tag on the show, and you came already here on my live stream one day, right? So I know you're watching. The only reason why you Adam are walling out on the West Coast like that, because if shit hit the fan, you go back to New Hampshire to your mom and dad, bro. and live your regular life as a millionaire. What you were supposed to do from the top. Leave people alone. You don't know how to do that. You're an instigator, little piece of shit. You know that, bro. Because if you wasn't an instigator, you recognize you dumbass and what the fuck you doing. You playing with fire. You playing with gang members, bro. You already got 4 extra telling you like, yo, pull up to the studio. You think that what was playing when he told you that they probably 4 extra was about to duct tape a half a dynamite on your hand and let that bitch blow in your hand too? Do you think what was playing when he said that? Don't you think that's what you deserve, Adam? Off the bat, it's other shit that you don't want to talk about. Why you don't want to put details of the contract with 4 extra? Now that we're talking about 4 extra, you're talking about a contract that if we're really gonna talk about a contract, a legit contract, a legit contract of content. Okay, let me teach you something about contracts. If 4 extra was on the contract with no jumper, when 4 extra got that accident with the dynamite in his hand, Adam22 could have cut him a check. Adam22 could have cut him a check to pay all his expenses so he didn't have to make a motherfucking GoFundMe. Do you understand? For the slow people in the back, let me explain something to you. If you are on the contract with no jumper or anyone else, if you are on the contract, that contract means money. If you have a contract with anyone on the industry, business, sports, that you getting paid for rendering the services. It could be entertainment, it could be sports, but in this case, no jumper and 4 extra. Y'all want to talk about contracts? If 4 extra was on the contract for all that money that Adam22 was talking about, when 4 extra had that accident, Adam22 could have cut a check towards that contract to suffice all payments for health insurance, or everything of 4 extra hospital bill would have got taken care of and paid for, and he could have put a little bit money on top. So whenever 4 extra comes out of the hospital, he could have still has a little money to rely on to get himself on his feet to get back to content. That's what would have happened if 4 extra would be on the real contract with Adam22. Because again, if 4 extra was on the contract with no jumper, he could get in shitload of trouble. And I don't think that 4 extra, knowing that he could have get in a shitload of trouble with a lawsuit. Because if you on the contract with no jumper and no jumper has exclusive rights of you, you should know that. And if you know that, you know you are not going to come out of the hospital with your hand blown off saying, oh, I want $50K for an interview. Because guess what? If you was really on the contract with Adam22, he was supposed to cut you a check soon as you signed off that contract. That could be you 50K, you $100,000. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sign this contract on the dotted line, but where's my money? I'm not gonna sign a contract with no jumper if I don't get 100K. At least a signing bonus. Dude, I'm not signing a contract with no one if I at least don't have $100,000 signing bonus. We're talking about no jumper. I done got money. I don't care if you want, like, listen, please, bro, go bankruptcy. Then I believe you. Whenever you go bankruptcy, then I believe you. But just you saying on the video that you broke, that doesn't tell me you broke. That only tells me that I'ma press the buttons to see if you broke. Point blank, period. But you cannot be going out there saying that you have 4 extra on the contract when 4 extra, if he goes out there, thank you, Amy, I appreciate. If 4 extra off the back, he said that he wants 50K for an interview and he's out there chopping it up, that means that he don't have exclusive rights with no jumper. He's not on the contract. That's what it means. So then Adam, what he's doing, he going behind everyone's back, calling Vlad or Black calling him, people approaching him because they think because Adam said out of his mouth that 4 extra is on the contract. That doesn't make it real. Just because you say it out your mouth, you said that he's on the contract. So like that, people come to you when it comes about 4 extra and he has the 4 extra name. They're going to come to you, Adam, first to see what the status. And you don't have to show no paperwork. You just got to say, you just got to lie and say like, yeah, he's on the contract. Like what? You want to, thank you, Amy, I appreciate. Oh, you want to interview with him? I need my cut. He's on the contract with me with Adam22 and no jumper. I want my cut. Even though he's not on the contract, but he gonna tell 4 extra, yo, listen, I got this interview for you for a couple of bands and shit. While Adam is gonna pocket the majority of the money and just give breadcrumbs to 4 extra. Because the interviews are coming through Adam. Because Adam has made people think that 4 extra is on the contract. Again, if 4 extra was on the contract, Adam only needed to cut a check to suffice all his bills. And then now for real, now if you 4 extra, now you got to pay me back. How you going to pay me back? With content? With that 50K interview that you wanted? Well, I just give you 300K. I just give you 300K for all your medical bills and money for your pocket. There's your 50K. I give you more than that. You see how Adam22 play people in the content shit? Because again, if 4 extra was on the contract, Adam22 just needed to cut a check, suffice all bills, and put money on his pocket. You know why? Because he's on the contract. So then now, because he's on the contract, as he's the employer of no jumper for content, right? And he's on the contract to secure the bag and anything that he has to do with 4 extra after the bang. He would make sure that 4 extra got what he needed under his pockets off the back, homeboy. On the dead homies, off the back. If 4 extra was on the contract, Adam just needed to cut the check, suffice his bills, put money on his pocket, and then 4 extra wouldn't be like, oh, I'm a chop a deal out there and da. He didn't have to say that, because then now he know that he was on the contract when he had the accident, and then now after the accident, Adam cut the check, suffice all his payments on the hospital bill, plus put money on his pocket. That way, he wouldn't have no problem to give Adam22 their first interview and then coming over all the time to put content out there. But then now you can't use him because he don't have a hand. Now he's not that content attractive because now he can fight. Well, at least that's what they making it look like. So all the people don't be interested on his story. Yeah, you see, Jane, it's not that Adam is not thinking right. The problem here is that Adam thinks that he just gonna get away with whatever he wanna do, and he's not gonna catch up to him. Remember, this is a rich kid that don't have no idea how dark it could get fucking around with people from the hood. He have no idea if 4Extra block the fuck out and just send his goons to a fucking crash out mission, and here go WAC 100, Adam22 coming out of no jumper, and they got swept. They don't think like that. They swear to God that because they got a couple of homeboys with them. Oh, I got my security and shit like that. Do you know a chopper will fucking eat through anyone you put in front of it? I repeat, because it's like these idiots act like shit doesn't get it. It can get for real. When you mess around with people from the hood, with gang members and all this other shit, they just need to get triggered the right way. It don't matter who the fuck you is, they will smoke you. Plain that light. In the middle of lunch break. With people around. They will not give a fuck. They will have some Nike Tech, some double rolls and shit, and they just gonna spray until the gun does click, click, click. Why would you wanna play with people that could do that? Why you wanna play with people that it could smoke you and just do burpees while watching TV in jail? You heard 4Extra, right? Do you think that what he told 607 Unc on that interview, do you think that that doesn't apply to everyone inside of that building? If these people really know who they fucking with. Because it's like, sometimes I see here and I think it's like I see WAC 100 and I see Adam22 because they are millionaires. They think they cannot be touched. They think they cannot get smoked and be forgotten the next day. WAC who? Adam who? Well, you see all the shit that they were into, you know. Listen, if anyone smoked WAC 100 and Adam22, ain't no one will give a fuck. Ain't no one will give a fuck. I'm telling you. Because everyone has seen with what they're playing with. The whole world have watched and see how they playing with fire. They playing with people from the hood. And when you promise something to people from the hood and you don't pay the promise, they are going to be on your heels until you die, bro. Have you ever had a crazy girlfriend or a crazy ex-wife or crazy ex-girlfriend, stalker type, cuckoo type, psycho type, don't want to let go type? You have never gone through that? Because I'm going to tell you what. Having gang members on your heels, every fucking day is way worse than a stalking girlfriend, than a psycho girlfriend that she wanted to kill you too. But y'all gonna keep playing with these gang members. Y'all gonna keep playing with these gang members. And I see y'all getting smoke. I see y'all getting smoke. And that's scary as fuck for me, a grown adult that is plugged into the streets. And I have an ear to the streets. Everywhere in the United States. Everywhere. Who, me, Jrod, the Don Daddy, the Puerto Rican, the crazy Rican? They talk, I listen. But we're gonna see here and watch No Jumper having what is called plot talk. It's a podcast plot talk, right? Then what you do? What you do, Adam? What you do, Lena? What y'all do? Y'all bring prostitutes to the show. Y'all pay prostitutes to come to your show and have an interview. To then right after the interview, you and Lena have sex with them. Because that's the whole facade of the podcast. Let's bring new prostitutes, because all these sex workers, all these porn industry sex workers, they pay prostitutes. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but when Adam22 and Lena the Plug bring prostitutes, known prostitutes, because again, you're a sex worker, you're a prostitute, period. So you bring known prostitute, you pay transport, right? What's the sex trafficking thing about? Huh? Sometimes you pay the people that you're gonna interview, and then have sex with them. You pay their way to get to your place of business. LLC. So you're using an LLC money to pay prostitutes, transport prostitutes, bring those prostitutes to your place of business, have an interview for content, and then fuck him for content too. It looks like sex trafficking to me. I don't know. Comment down below how you feel about that. Adam22 bringing known prostitutes to his show to be interviewed by him and his wife Lana, and then have sex with them. I would like to say that a sex trafficking case, RICO, might come up if they have enough evidence. Right? And please pray to God that you have not done nothing with no one that say no. Just make sure that at no point while you having sex with them, just make sure that no one said no to anything that you was doing, because if they said no once, you fucked. I'm just saying there's a possibility, because in the type of business that he's on, and the type of business that he's on, having a podcast with his wife, paying prostitutes to come to their show, talk about sex and all this other shit, get hot, and then fuck them. I think that's a way of sex trafficking, if you ask me. It could be something there. I don't know. But we know the feds are watching, right? We know the feds are watching, right? What 100 know the feds are watching. Adam22 know the feds are watching, right? They know. They know the feds are watching. So if you know the feds are watching and you really say what 100 that you want to protect the bag, what about you tell Adam22 to try to figure that out so y'all don't get locked up? Because I know Adam22, he don't want no one telling him what to do. He don't want no one to tell him what to do with no jumper, the people that he gonna bring to the show, or what he gonna do with his content. Like, he don't want no one to tell him what to do, right? So I feel that if WAC 100 tells Adam22, yo, bro, this is getting too hot, and we heard some things in YouTube. We don't want to say no names, but you see the shit that Jrod on Point was talking about, bro. That shit makes sense, bro. Like, it's true, man. Like, you bringing a whole bunch of bums in here, a whole bunch of people don't got really nothing going on, and you put in the business and predicament of one of those people get pissed off and mad at you and hurt some, or either you, Adam, or either Whack, or one of your employees gonna get hurt messing around with these good for nothing gang members. Cause that's what's going on here. Y'all playing with active gang members. Y'all not playing with people that wanna be. Y'all not playing with people that say that they gang members, but they are not gang members. No, you playing with active gang members that is still out there on the block. What you think is gonna happen if shit goes left? One gang, two gangs, three gangs, four, five gangs, six gangs, seven gangs. You don't want the seven main gangs of the West Coast shut you the fuck down, bro. Because it could happen. If all this main seven gangs of the West Coast, they send a kite and it's time to shut down No Jumper, is no LAPD, they will save No Jumper. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because yeah, you're really gonna have to go to the federal government and be like, yo, save me. You really will have to go to the FBI, go to a fucking witness program, and disappear if shit goes left. And that's a fact. If shit goes left with certain gang members that we all know who they are, and if shit goes left with those same gang members, No Jumper will no longer exist. You don't believe me? Adam, I dare you to piss WAC 100. I hope you're listening. Adam22, I dare you, and I see you doing it already, but I dare you to really piss WAC 100 and see what will happen to No Jumper within 6 months. I told ya, WAC 100 is the most dangerous man in the West Coast. And when I said that for a reason. WAC 100 is the most dangerous man in the West Coast for a fact. I don't even know the man, but I know some people around him. WAC don't even know me, but I know people around him. I dare Adam22 to piss WAC 100 and see how much no jumper is gonna stay up for a fact. I'm only saying that to prove a point. Even WAC cut it on the last video. He WAC 100, big shout out to WAC. But he caught it in the air like yo, hold on, Adam, is you putting me on the same level of these gang members and shit like that? Like Wax saw it for the first time. WAC 100, he saw it, and he had to tell Adam like, yo, are you looking at me like these people? And he said, no, because you richer. Do you caught that, WAC? Do you caught that? Do you cut when Adam22 said that you just like them, but with money? He look at you like you a dummy too, WAC. And you know that. But you still depend on Adam22 for certain things. I don't know what. But WAC 100 caught it in the air. And that's dangerous. WAC 100 caught it in the air. The Adam22 look at WAC 100 just like he look at these other people. But the only difference between WAC 100 and these other gang members is that WAC got money. But he still look at you like you a big dummy. But WAC caught it in the air. He caught his own life. I don't even want to play the life because you know what? I want to say what I want to say because I already got it all, everything here. And I don't want to give him a chance. I don't want to give him a chance to strike my channel. Fuck that shit. Everything that I needed to say is right here because I see what's going on. So I see that if Adam22 and No Jumper is paying active gang members, felons, they putting money on their pocket for those gang members to go and commit crime on the streets. It's gonna be a day that they might end up killing someone, and it was facilitated because the money that No Jumper was giving them. Because if No Jumper wouldn't be paying these people, they wouldn't be able to get guns, drugs, and cars and all this other shit. So No Jumper, knowing that these people are felons, active gang members that is still committing crimes out there. Because if you're a gang member, you're not bringing flowers to a cemetery. Like, you're a gang member, you cannot tell me you're a gang member. You go into church to look for Christ and try to get out of the gang. Because, man, listen, stop playing with me. If you're an active gang member, you still on the block. You're a lost ninja. You just lost. You lost, bro. I wish you for you to get out of that. I wish you for you to find a way to get out of the gang. I wish you for you to find a way to like get a good girl, try to have a family. Listen, forget about it. Get a job. Get a job. Make your YouTube channel, put content out. Try to stay away from the gang content. This is why I'm talking about it here in this channel, because I'm only expecting some way, somehow, talking about this and the way I'm talking about it. Hopefully someone listen, and especially Adam22 and WAC 100. Hopefully they don't see it as I'm criticizing because I hate. No, it's not even like that. I don't hate what y'all listen. I don't hate No Jumper. I don't hate none of these people. I don't know them. I don't hate none of these people. It is what it is. But I do everything for a reason. And I think, in my personal opinion, that it's important for the YouTube community to some way, somehow say something that he might wake Adam22 and might wake Walk 100, might wake the gang members that are going there. And everyone understand that if y'all keep meshing around, y'all keep doing business together with Adam22, it's gonna be a day that Adam is gonna play you out for content. You're not gonna like that shit, and you would like to kill that man. I think the reason why I'm saying something here is for that to not never happen. Just so the gang members that we're talking about, Adam22 and Walk 100, recognize that someone could die out of what they're doing. It might be an advice coming from me, a Puerto Rican that been there and done it. And I survived it all. I survived Puerto Rico. I survived United States. I survived the streets on top. I probably could be a foot soldier for a week or two, but some way, somehow, in a week or two, I got all the way to the top. In a week or two. Everywhere I went. So I could talk about this. Because I'm not just a Latin hip hopper that knows how to really rap for real. But I also know what the fuck is going on in the streets. I got mad family all over the United States of America. Between those family members, it's a lot of YNs on our bloodline that are everywhere, all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast to Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, everywhere you could think of. I have family members. All in tune with the streets. Everything is street life. Everything is street life. Everything is street life since I was a toddler all the way to now my 48 years old. Listen, I'm still in the hood though, but I changed my life. But you could hear the beep. I'm still in the hood though. My eyes and ears are all over around me. I could talk about the streets. You could get out of the streets, but the streets will never get out of you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know where you from. But if you're watching this content, you could get out of the streets, but the streets will never get out of you. Hopefully someone listen when I talk, so that way no one die. And we all get to keep pushing this content without getting on some stupid murder shit. Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point. Thank you. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Jane. Thank you so much for keeping me company. You know, hopefully no jumper get to listen to a total stranger. So some way, somehow, y'all could keep this business going. Y'all could keep putting content out. And hopefully no one gotta die. But it's something that is for sure, something gotta change in no jumper soon. Something needs to change. Because someone is gonna get hurt. Hopefully y'all listen. It comes from the bottom of my heart. Because again, I don't want to see no one getting hurt. And if I see things coming, 9 times out of 10, it happened. So I'm gonna leave ya with that for today. I think we have a good conversation about the no jumper and the whole situation. For those that are gonna watch on replay, make sure that hit the like, subscribe, share the content, comment down below what you think about no jumper and everything that is going on with WAC 100 and a whole bunch of bums that are bringing to no jumper. Because I mean, if you ask me, ain't no one in no jumper we in a position to do nothing, not even for their own family. Because if they can't do for themselves, they can't do for no one in their family. Point blank, period. So listen, like I always tell you from the bottom of my heart, listen, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're gonna take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself and take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. As always, is your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep, Jrod on point. You know I'd rather die for you. Would you rather die for me? Comment down below. Have a good night. Peace.